Savannah! Could you buy me a car? LOL.
What are you talking about?
I know that you have a lot of money, Savannah. So you should be able to afford a car for me, right? That should be fine with you, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything super nice, but at least something from this year and is a sports car.
Why would that be okay with me, Bella? Hey, what kind of prank are you trying to pull this time? I'm not finding it very funny that you think I'd be responsible for buying you a brand new car. I don't even know why you'd ask that.
Even if you don't know why, that won't stop me from asking, LOL. And haven't you heard that I'm getting married?
I guess I did hear about that, but only just a little bit ago. And I was thinking about sending you a message to congratulate you and everything. But I'm sorry for being so late with it. Well, now that I have you, congrats.
No, you don't have to cheer for me because of marriage, LOL.
Huh?
If you really want to show your support, then do it with money, LOL. Or you could always buy me a car, LOL. And make it so that it comes in time for the wedding, or at least when I'm back from my honeymoon, LOL.
So that's what you've been going on about. You think that as a marriage present, I'll give you a car. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen, Bella. Just because you're my husband's little sister doesn't just mean that I have to buy you something so expensive. If I were to do that for you, your family would get upset with me, and I'd never hear the end of it.
Why not, LOL? My brother would be happy to see me happy, right?
Not when it's you getting happy over me spending that much on a car for you. He's told me already not to overdo it with you. And so I'll make sure to celebrate your marriage in another way, okay? But buying you a car is just not going to happen.
Well, then what about a house?
A house? You have to be joking, right?
Well, what if I'm not joking, LOL? Savannah, you have all that money, don't you? I've heard you run your own company and are doing pretty well with it. So do you really think I'd believe that you don't have the money to spare for me?
Well, I keep my money for when it's needed most, like in emergencies. It's not just for me to hand out to whomever I please, like you might think.
Whoever you please? LOL! But aren't I a part of your family? Whenever you're celebrating something for your family, you should be able to dig a little deeper to make their occasion special.
And I plan to do that in another way. I have no plans on buying you a car, nor a house like you're asking me. Please just calm down now. I already have something in mind for you.
Even though you're a CEO, you're being a bit of a penny pincher, don't you think? LOL.
Excuse me? What are you saying? I don't think right now's the time for you to speak to me in such a rude manner. I'm aware that I'm your family and all, but aren't you aware that you still have to be kind to those that you talk to? So please stop it with that poor-mannered attitude.
How annoying. LOL. I'm tired of being nice about this. Make sure you have everything ready for me. I think you have all the resources to make sure that I have a house or car here soon. But you're acting stingy, and it's putting me down. LOL.
I feel as though you are a bit too worked up at the moment, and so to save you from saying anything else that might embarrass yourself, we can continue this conversation at another time. I've told you that neither a house nor a car is going to happen, so please stop asking for them. You have to remember that all I am is your older brother's wife.
I heard everything from Walter. Thank you for doing that, Bella.
No worries. Although she did end up calling me stingy and a penny pincher before this.
Huh? She called you a penny pincher? What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. There's something between her and I. As for the wedding and their honeymoon, do you think you can ask Walter if I should chip in on the preparation costs?
I don't want you to think that you have to give him that much. I'm sure Bella would already be happy with what you've given him.
It's not a problem. But that means I won't be giving them anything else, okay? It's fine giving them money for their events right now, but I don't want Bella to start thinking she can just continue to ask me for everything. Hopefully me giving enough to make their wedding and honeymoon what they've dreamed of will be enough for her. And actually, after this, I think I'll keep a little distance from her.
And I'm on board with that. I don't think we should be looking after them anymore after this. Mom and Dad are also happy that she finally found herself a man that's willing to take her away. So we'll leave her in Walter's hands.
Sounds like a plan. I'd love it if she would start to work a bit harder for herself and her future. Right. I should give them the money before everything, right? It's far too much for me to be handing it to them at the wedding, and I don't want Bella thinking I haven't done anything for her.
Haven't done anything for her? Is this back to her calling you a penny pincher? She really is such a crude woman. Sorry, Savannah. I think as for the money, you should give it to them sooner than later. I'll let my mom know we'll be handing it off.
Thanks, Aaron. I'd like for their wedding to go over without any bumps for us, but...
I got that money. My mom ended up handing it to me.
So you have it now? Thank goodness. I wanted to hand it to you myself, but I have work today. And tomorrow, I assume you and Walter will be very busy together, so I wanted it given to you before the wedding.
Are you trying to make a fool of me? Is this the amount a CEO has to offer me?
Huh? What?
You shouldn't be questioning this at all, Savannah. You gave me a measly $3,000 for my wedding. Are you serious right now? With this amount, I'll only be able to afford myself an old and run-down car.
Excuse me?
I can see that you're more than just stingy. LOL. So should I wonder if you really are a CEO? If you really were one, you should have thought this through a lot better. LOL.
After handing you $3,000 as a present for your marriage when all I am is your in-law and not getting a thank you, I can't even find the ability to complain about you now. I really misjudged you. I had always thought you were a bit pushy and rude, but never this bad.
Pushy and rude? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about yourself? Because you seem to be the only one without any manners. What kind of present even is this? $3,000? You say you're wealthy, so buy me a house at least? LOL.
I think you're getting a little carried away at the moment, but don't you think you should end all of this horrible talk? I'm starting to reach my limit of bearing everything you've said to me.
What are you saying, LOL? I seriously can't believe you did this. I let you marry my older brother, so you should have at least bought me a house as thanks. I wonder why I ever let you have him, LOL. Actually, I wonder even more about why he ever chose you, LOL. Perhaps it's because he wants your money too, LOL. Well, he's going to be disappointed to see you don't have any to share, LOL.
He wants my money?
Well, there'd be no other reason to marry someone like you, right? LOL. You're a penny pincher, and now you have to deal with my moneyless brother living with you. Why doesn't he just divorce you if you're not going to let us have your money? LOL. Then he can find someone who's actually willing to treat us right.
Are you not aware of all the things you were saying right now?
Well, I'm sorry, but these are all facts, LOL. Savannah, do you not notice how much of a stinge you really are? You go around saying you have all this money, yet you only hand me $3,000 for my wedding. LOL. If you just bought me a house, I would say thanks and all that, but I can't now.
Well, I have no choice but to let loose on you.
Huh?
I've had enough of you. I think I'm going to cut ties with you now. And before you begin to ask me to proceed with my decision, would you think about what all you're about to lose right now?
What? What am I going to lose? LOL. And actually, why are you getting so upset? If you're getting upset over something you did to yourself, then you're more like an animal than a penny pincher. LOL. Could an animal really be a CEO? LOL.
I'm telling you that after all the damage you've caused to my pride, there's no reason for me to stick around with you since you have nothing positive to say to me. So with that, I'm no longer here for you.
Since when have you been here for me? LOL. You haven't been doing anything for me for the longest time. LOL.
Well, then all the money I've been giving to support you with is going to run dry.
Huh? I want to know what money you're talking about.
I'll also stop giving you your monthly allowance. And I had planned to help pay the bill for your wedding and your honeymoon. But I'm going to stop trying now.
Huh? What? Huh? What are you talking about, Savannah? I really cannot follow what you're saying right now.
Every month, the money that you thought was coming from your parents has been coming from me.
Huh?
Both your mom and your dad don't have enough to hand to you anymore. So I chose to hand you money for them. But since I'm going to cut ties with you soon, you'll no longer be getting anything. And with that, I hope you can make it on your own.
Hold on a sec, LOL. What have you been talking about? I seriously don't get anything you just said to me, but you do know that I'm your husband's little sister, don't you? There's no way he'll let you cut ties with me, LOL. Just because I made you look and feel like an idiot, you're going to start threatening me with things you can't even do?
I've already talked with my husband about this, and he's decided to cut ties with you as well.
What?
We're making sure you don't get any more money from us. As for your wedding, it'd be great if it turns out okay today. But I have spoken with your fiancé, Walter, as well, and he understands that you'll no longer get anything from me.
What is going on?
Did you think that your fiancé wouldn't find out about all of this? I was the one that told him I'd help pay for you.
Well, I heard something like that from him before, but I just assumed that Aaron was putting anything he had in his savings into the wedding.
I'm sure that's what you thought since you never listened to what others say, but you said it yourself that your brother doesn't have much, right? I'm the one that supports us both for the most part, and so I'd be the one handing you guys the money. I've been the one supporting you this whole time, and I was planning to stop once you were married to Walter. But now I'm just over it.
Can you please tell me exactly what's going on here?
But that's okay, right? You're getting married, so you'll have your husband to take care of you from now on. That's fine with me because I don't want to be around some selfish and rude child that complains about everything. Understand that after this, I want you out of my life, so don't talk to me again.
Wait, this is screwed up. I just heard from Walter that the wedding is being canceled.
Wow, that was quick. I guess he really does pick up on things faster than most.
He just told me that if it's only him paying for the wedding, he can't do it. What does he mean? Savannah, do you know anything about this?
Well, with how much you asked for with this wedding, it makes sense that he can't pay for it all himself. I mean, he doesn't have a job himself.
What?
Your parents and Aaron wanted you to get married, but they knew that your fiancé had no job. So their hopes were lost thinking that things wouldn't work out. That's why I stepped in to help pay for you guys' wedding and everything.
I don't get any of this. What do you mean Walter is jobless? He's been working a job for a while now.
He's going to be working a job here soon, but we had made an agreement that he'd come to work for me at my company. LOL.
Huh? So you guys had all planned on hiding the fact that he was jobless for me just so that I'd marry him? All because Mom and Dad want me to be married to him.
That's right. All to get rid of a needy child like you.
What the heck?
You wanted to have a big wedding and had been hoping for a fantastic honeymoon after. So I thought that I'd be okay paying for all of that for you guys. And so the plan was for me to help pay for all of that so your dreams could come true. But now you've pushed me too far. I'm not going to pay a single dollar towards you two. If you really want to still do any of those things, go and pay for it yourselves. Good luck making all of that money soon, though, okay? LOL.
What are you talking about? I never knew any of that before. Now that I understand a bit better, I feel bad.
Well, whether you feel bad or don't, I'm making sure that I never have to deal with you ever again. Good luck trying to make things work with Walter, okay? Because I think I won't be hiring him any longer.
Huh? So that means he won't have a job and we can't have our wedding? We can't even go on our romantic honeymoon?
That's right. LOL. But this can't be helped since this is all you asked for.
This can't happen to me, though. You know that I never knew about any of this, right? And nobody ever came to tell me about any of this?
I'm sorry that you never noticed how much of a pain in the butt you were for everyone and even ruined your chances of living happily with Walter.
You're the worst. You're being a complete jerk by doing this. I'm no longer going to consider you family.
Oh no, that's so scary. But really, I have never wanted to think of you as family. So thank you, LOL.
You can't be happy over something like that! Can you at least pay for the wedding and everything first and then leave me be? I ask that you pay for the wedding and honeymoon and make sure you hire Walter.
I will not listen to you anymore. Just as I had said, I am no longer going to be bothered with you two.
What? Are you kidding me? So then this is it for us. Are you really saying that my whole wedding today is going to be over?
Well, who knows? LOL. Maybe you can talk with your unemployed fiancé about that. And before you think about the wedding, what about you guys getting married? Think about that one. LOL. And just know I will no longer have any part in you two. Now have a wonderful day. LOL. And just like that, when Walter heard that I'd no longer be hiring him, he went into a frenzied rage and canceled everything that day. Along with that, he could no longer manage Bella's awful attitude and made it clear that he would no longer see her again. And as for my in-laws, they were also completely exhausted from Bella and threw her out of the house. Before, she had myself and her brother to rely on for not having a job of her own. But since she didn't seem to care about that, she chose her horrible demise. When it comes to parasitic people such as Bella, it's best to create some distance and let them wither away on their own. I'm sure that this was good for Walter as well, as he no longer had to be married to her. As of right now, I have no idea what's happened to Bella, but I'm sure she's somewhere throwing a tantrum over not getting what she wanted.